of PC, Gilkison brought up midgets. Because that is the appropriate term, apparently. I was in Iowa recently, and the high school in Estherville is the home of the midgets.
No way.
I kid you not. And it has been for a long time.
What?
And they have tried to vote it out, but apparently the vote ends up going to the students. I know, it's pure fucking insanity. I was like, I'm not believing this story right now. And like so people in Iowa are really nice. I think if you're a white lady, they were all really nice to me. I mean, they have sort of like the Midwest kind of like, it's like a Southern politeness, but without the schmarm kind of. It's just very straightforward. Like, I open doors for you, you know, and you're like, all right, dude. That's nice, actually. I like it. But it's like very kind of old school. And then they say like the fucking darndest things with just like the kindest sort of matter of fact demeanor. I'm like, you guys would kill at an open mic. Like, you're dry as fuck. And it's like, oh, you're not joking. This school is really called Home of the Midgets, and they have it on all 6 doors of the high school leading up to it. They have an enormous, I don't know what you call it when it's a sign on the side of a brick building that it's 3D though, so it's like a statue of a midget in a one-shoulder wrestling singlet. And I'm like, none of this makes sense to me at all. In 2021, for one. For two, what sort of fear are you instilling in your fucking opponents? I mean, like, you're on midget turf. We're gonna win the hell out of this football game. You're like, this is pure insanity start to finish. Whoever started it, genius. And the fact that it gets to keep going because it's up to student populace vote is just, I mean, I actually love that state. I was like, you people are out there. I got this shirt there. Yeah, it says come and go with a K. This is a chain convenience store. I don't even think they have gas. Do they have gas? No, like sometimes they do, but they're just like a what is the equivalent here? Like a 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
But they're called this. I mean, obviously, if the high school's the midgets, they're like, well, yeah, fine. So I buy this shirt because I'm like, I need this shirt from this convenience store. And the woman working there definitely has seen a meth crystal or two in her life. Probably more than looked at it. She was very nice, though. And I was like, I'm going to get this shirt. And I expected her to be like California style of like, yeah, whatever, lady. Because I was like excited about it. And she's like, yes, I love working here. And I was like, I fucking love that I'm buying this shirt now for more than one reason. Tell me more. I was like, do you? And she's like, I do. This is such a great job. I have been here for 5 years and I love it. And I was like, you're awesome. And it kind of for a second made me feel like a bad person because I'm like, here's this woman who is like all in her 60s working at a come and go and like thinks that she got the golden ticket. And I was like, you're kind of a bitchy asshole, Michaela. Like, because I sometimes have a day where I'm like, my job, and it's like pretty sweet. And then I do a lot of comedy and that's really fucking sweet. And so I was like, wow, you really need to check yourself. I'm thinking all of this while she's talking. And then I was like, oh no, it's also that I've never done meth in my life. Is the other part.
Yeah.
So then I go to put, there's still time, I'm only 37. Yeah, and I guess if you base it on my tattoo lineage, you know, I was 35 when I got my first tattoo, so maybe it's actually time I start experimenting with all the drugs I haven't done yet.
Hell yeah.
Which is like 2, but, anyways, I bought this shirt, I put my card in to pay, and it's like not, the chip reader isn't working. Surprise of all surprises at the come and go. It's like chip malfunction. I'm like, really, I'm impressed that you're not just like scraping the little, I don't even know what that is. Remember like the carbon copy? And she goes, you know what? That is the only part of my job that I don't like. Is sometimes this thing doesn't work very well. And I was like, you fucking angel. Thank you for all of this. It was so well worth the $10 for this shirt because this is $1 million. Anyway, more on midgets later, maybe. On deck, we have Andrew Haley, but coming up now, please clap loudly, but how louder, for our favorite wolf, the Tom Wolf.
Not necessary. Just a little reminder. It's all you. It's all you. You want to do that? Cool. Free country. I had notes. Fucking had notes. That's why I was late. I was in my car trying to find my notes. I remember that the word snuffleupagus was written down because of something I dreamed this morning, and then I looked it up today, and it's actually snuffleupagus with a P.
No.
You fucking kidding me? Yeah. You fucking kidding me? Yes. It's snuffleupagus. No, it's a hard P. And he has a first name, Aloysius. Oh, the Canadian doesn't know what we're talking about. Let me back it up a little. There was something called Sesame Street, and it was
Go on.
it was street. It was pretty fucking street back in the day, in the 70s. We were talking about. Anyway, this won't work for you. I'm going to tell the other people. So he was a character he was like a Muppet, woolly mammoth, sort of. He was like a, I don't know what he was, but only one character could ever see him, who was also a weird man-sized Muppet called Big Bird. Is this sounding familiar? No? Okay. I'm going to get to the dirty stuff in a minute. I feel like a little challenge laid out. This isn't really dirty, but it's sort of suggestive. Because this is the problem. It always bugged me, like in an existential way as a kid, because he was presented as Big Bird's, like, imaginary friend. He would talk, like he would show up and he would, oh, Bird was drunk. And Bird would talk to him and he would go get other people to come see him, and Snuffleupagus would be gone. Excuse me. Gone. That is the funniest thing I've done so far. And so they all thought, they were all like, and he was like, no, he's really here. And they're all like, oh, yeah, okay. And it felt like, as a kid, I was like, oh, this is what happens when you tell grown-ups about that weird thing that happened. They won't believe you. That's right. Yeah, that took a dark turn, didn't it? I bet a lot of you have a snuffleupagus in your past. Looking at you right there. Specifically. But, I don't want to hold this. No, I have to hold it. I learned something today. TIL, what TIL means. Today I learned that if you verp, you're familiar with this term? If you verp onto someone's bare feet and then sensually rub the stomach juices into the foot and finding the pressure points, that is not refluxology. And I think, winning right there. He's looking through his hat. It's not, and I'm gonna try and get my money back. But my feet are really smooth. They're like shiny. It hurts to walk though. Oh man, I'm trying to see my notes. Oh yeah. I'm trying to get cooler. As was pointed out by somebody, I have a particular style. Well, one friend of mine said that she really appreciated my style of comedy. She said it was very self-defecating, which I thought was kind of a compliment. I'm like, damn, that must be pretty funny. No, okay. But that's irrespective. There we go. Irregardless. I think the word is irregardless of. I'm trying to find my inner McConaughey, is what I'm saying, because I get up here and I'm doing the tightrope, the stumbling tightrope thing, and I want to be cooler than that. I want to be my fucking. He's my spirit animal, and so I'm trying to go for a little while. All right, I'm trying to get that. I don't know if I'm gonna get there, but I did see his audition footage for The Sixth Sense. Stay with me. He auditioned for it for several parts, but apparently for the what would eventually go to Haley Joel Osment. he was just kind of riffing, you know. He's like the way he does. He's like, hey, Bruce Willis. You know how you never notice how the people around you aren't really responding to you? The woman sitting across from you isn't talking to you. When you breathe on a mirror, there's no fog. No. It'd be a lot cooler if you did. Oh, it gets better. This was his tagline at the end, right? He got to just riff at the end. He was like, you know what I like about dead people? Do I have to finish this? You know what I like about dead people? I get older, they stay the same age. Yes, they do. I feel like I need to do penance for that, but really, I get, this happened the last time you went up. I had to go stand behind a pole. I was so, like, I can't follow that shit. Except, I did just said about sucking a dick like last year. You were there. No, you weren't there. No, you were there. I feel like you were there.
Oh, I was there, Tom.
Oh, you were there. About how it's something I've never done, and I think of myself as pretty adventurous, and, you know, I'm 52 years old, and, you know, I've lived a life that's full, but have I really lived? Is the question. And so I'm probably going to do it. It's on my bucket, my suck it list or whatever. My problem with it, it's a very simple problem. It's like, you know, I think I would be good at it. That's like, okay, I'd be good at it, and there's things I like, and I would get, you know, I'd be dirty about it and fun and say things and whatever. But then I'd, you know, look up and there was this fucking dude there. You're ruining it. You ruined it. I hear his voice. Fucking feel his man hands on my head. Like, fuck you, dude. This is why God created glory holes, I believe, because a little anonymity is good. It's good. It's good for everybody. It's good for the soul. But I think about the one thing I really like. I'm gonna wrap this up. Gargle it down. Is the thing that I really like on the receiving end. And I think, oh, I don't know if I can pull that off, because like there are times when I'm brushing my teeth, you know, in the morning, and I'm trying to get the tongue, and I like, and there's, you know, there are times when I can't even brush the front of my teeth without gagging. Like, how's this gonna work? Someone's gonna get a lap full of what I had for lunch. That can't be good. That's the multiple light. Okay. Gastric juices down the urethra. It's not good for anybody. It's a PSA.
That's how warm everybody. It was suggested to me by